Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome back. Jesus is Lucifer. The Bible is a trick. The Bible is a riddle. One of the things that I found is that this happens often. This happens many times, where the Bible will give an indication of something being wrong. It'll then tell stories, usually more than once. It seems like 3 is the magic number. It'll say that this is wrong, and then it'll give 3 examples of somebody who is determined to be a favorite of God doing that wrong thing, like 3 different times. Jesus tells us that calling people fools is, it puts us in a position of going to hell, essentially. Courting hellfire, I think is what it says. To call your brethren a fool is to court hellfire. Jesus then goes on to call people fools 3 times. It's a clue. It's a clue. This is a riddle. Jesus tells us to call people fools is to court hellfire. He then goes on to call people fools 3 times. Jesus is Lucifer. The Bible is a trick. The Bible is a riddle. Last episode, I brought up 2 scriptures that make this point. One that talks about things that God hates, and then a scripture where Jesus says he is here to bring the exact thing that God finds the worst of the things that he hates. The 7th thing that God hates is one who sows discord among brethren. And then I fast forward, that was Proverbs 6:16 through 19. And then if you go to Luke 12:51, Luke 12:51 says, "Suppose ye that I came to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3, etc., etc." This is making my exact point. The God of the Bible is the devil of the Bible. Jesus is the Antichrist. Jesus is Lucifer. It's all one thing, but this is making the point that I'm making. So let's go further. Again, I just showed you where, if you look at Proverbs 6:16 through 19, it says that God hates a person who sows discord amongst family. Fast forward all the way up to Luke 14:26. "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." God hates one who sows discord amongst brethren. Jesus is right here telling you that if you do not hate your mother, hate your brother, hate your sister, what hate your life has to do with it, that's a whole different thing. In fact, I can go into that a little bit, but the point here is that Jesus, Lucifer, is telling you that if you do not hate your mother, you cannot be my disciple. If Jesus were the foretold about Messiah of the Old Testament, how could he be then insisting upon something that is in direct contradiction to what the God of the Bible is said to love? That's putting that wrongly, but you get the point that I'm making. God is said to hate a person who sows discord amongst brethren. Here is Jesus telling you to hate your mother. Father, mother, wife, children, brethren, sisters. This is Jesus telling you to hate your family. Like I said, it's a trick. It's a trick. And the way that one of the ways that it's working is it keeps pointing you over here and over there because read this, listen to this. 1 John 2, 9 through 11. Anyone who claims to be in the light but hates a brother or sister is still in the darkness. Anyone who loves their brother and sister lives in the light, and there is nothing in them to make them stumble. But anyone who hates a brother or sister is in the darkness and walks around in the darkness. They do not know where they are going because the darkness has blinded them. One of the key tricks of this tradition, one of the key tricks of Abraham's faith, the Bible specifically, is that it blinds you with rewards or threats of torture. We're blinded by one of, if not both, we're blinded by this. A being telling you to hate your mother is obviously wickedness. That's incorrect. That's wrong. But we won't acknowledge that. Why? Because we've been blinded. We want the rewards that are being offered. We're being told that we can get a life where there's no struggle. We're being told that we can be reconnected with our dead loved ones. That's a good thing. I mean, I say it's a good thing, but us wanting that is by no means bad. But it's using that want against us, that need, that desire, that human quality that we have. It's using it against us. This is a big, giant trick. Again, it points you over here, then it points you over there. What happens often in relation to these troubling scriptures, a lot of the scriptures that I've brought up throughout the series of these podcasts that I've created, what happens often is that people will say, well, no, you're misunderstanding that. Because if you look over here, it says something different. But here's the thing about it. Let's imagine that I always use the example of a kid who just learned to read, who can read and comprehend well enough. They have a dictionary and a Bible. In this case, let's not say they have a Bible. They just got one page out of the Bible, right? They were in a plane wreck. They survived. And they found this one piece of paper, this one page out of the Bible. And it's this one page where Jesus is telling you to hate your mother, hate your father, hate your siblings, hate your life. That's the only page that they have. That's going to paint a very, well, I don't want to say wrong, but it's going to give an impression that is very contrasting to what we are overall told the Bible and Jesus are supposed to be about. If all you have is that one page that's telling you to hate your mother, hate your father, hate your children, hate your siblings, hate your life, and you don't have another page that you can go to and say, oh, well, wait a minute, maybe he meant something different, you're lost from that one page. And it's not actually being lost. This is the intention. It's deluding you. The Bible deludes you. It tricks you. It fools you. It is a trick of a deviant and meticulous level. This is one of the things that evokes a lot of emotion for me about this, because whatever beings it is, and my feeling is that these are extraterrestrials, at least in part, that devised this story. It was meant to mislead us, to trick us. And again, it's so meticulously put together. Like you have to dissect it. You have to disassemble it little by little. What's the term that they use in construction when they're talking about trying to understand technology that's been found deconstruction, is it? Something like deconstruction. You have to take it apart little by little, piece by piece. And when you do, you start to get a bigger picture. You start to see, wait a minute. Now I see how this all fits together. It's bullshit. Purposely intended bullshit. You know, one of the things about the biblical tradition, and I've said this before, it's intended to display us as liars. It's intended to display us as having weak integrity. And we being a young species, how can I prove that? I can't, but we are. We're a young species throughout the cosmos. We're just children, in a way, to a lot of these older civilizations. We're children. So, yeah, our integrity as of yet is just still developing. If the Bible story, let's say, what's the tradition called? Sikhism? The people who are Sikhs. Let's say that their doctrine said that everybody's going to die who's not a Sikh. What if their doctrine, the God of their scriptures, told the Sikhs, go over there and kill everybody. Seek out all the old women. Seek out the little children. Show no mercy. Have no pity. Take the little girls for yourselves. If that were followed by the Sikhs, we would fight them. All Christians would say, no, that can't be right. That cannot be right. We're only saying that it's okay with this biblical tradition because we think we're going to get something out of it. This is again showing our still developing integrity. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's wrong for them, it's wrong for me. I can't stand by people being assaulted, old women being murdered, little kids being kicked in the face. I can't stand by that unless I'm willing for that to happen to my own children. And if I'm not going to stand up to it, I'm being a hypocrite. I'm showing weak integrity. You have to stand up to it. When the Bible presents these stories of seek out all the old women and little children, that is a bell. That is an alarm. That is meant to wake you up and say, hey, wait a minute, I won't stand by that. I will not stand by that. But you do stand by it because you think you're getting something out of standing by it. The God of the Bible has blinded you. Lucifer has blinded you. The devil of the Bible has blinded you with jewels, fancy living. You're going to get cars and you'll have $100 million. You'll have your own island. You'll live for 1 million years. We're being blinded by that. To the point of our integrity, to the point of forsaking our integrity. Would it be more noble, or wouldn't it be more normal, more moral to say that I won't stand by this slaughtering of people? Rewards be damned. I won't go. If you're going to just kill all these people, you're going to leave all these people burning forever, leave me with them. Keep your rewards. You're wrong. You are wrong. That's what we're being beckoned to stand up to. That's the riddle of it all. Do you have the nerve? Are you seeking the truth or are you seeking salvation? Stand up to it. No, I know right from wrong. I don't give a damn if they're atheist or if they're butt fucking or whatever it is. You just burning them all for 1,000,000 years. Can't stand by that. Cannot stand by that. My 10 cents worth of integrity won't allow me to stand up or stand by that. You're going to burn for 1,000,000 years. You can burn for 1,000,000 years, or you can have a lifelong vacation in Tahiti, drinking out of a coconut every day, all day. You just got to wake up and kiss my feet every day. This is a trick. This is a trick, a meticulous and detailed form of manipulation. I'll get back.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.